Good morning, Desert Southwest.
You're not even on the TV. Oh, my goodness. Well, Molly, how's it going this morning?
Good.
Let's go ahead and go outside, shall we, and see what's going on as far as weather out there. 84 degrees into the Yuma area. Blythe coming in at 83.
The Navy.
Get off the couch and come up and sign up. All you have to do is come to one of the 3 locations. I'll have more on that. First, let's get out and check out this weather, this wind that we're talking about here in the southwest throughout our early morning. Well, is it going to last? That's the question. Monsoon-type wind that we're having here. So let's go out there and check out these temperatures this morning. We're pretty warm. We have a lot of humidity in the southwest as well. So we're looking at some nice warm temperatures to start off as we head into our early morning. 86 in both Blythe.
Door over his head. Tree getting stuck
There as always. However, things might change heading into tomorrow. 4th of July, we do have a slight chance of those showers making their way into the southwest. So I'll have more information on that in just a little bit. So really, we can just kind of feel the flow of that southeast wind. That's when you know it's almost monsoon season, is when that wind changes from the southwest to the southeast. And that's going to start bringing in some moisture here into the southwest, and we could see some of those rain showers start to pop up in and around our area as early as tomorrow. I'll have more information on that in my 8-day forecast. However, Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros, we're out here on 4th Avenue. All you have to do if you want to get free gas, we're going to do this every Thursday. All you have to do is come to one of the 3 locations. One's out in Welton, one's off of 32nd Street, and obviously here on 4th Avenue. The other way you can do it also is go to kyma.com. We have a banner on top of our webpage. You can click and sign up right there. Your submission will be put into this, and I'll roll it around, and I'll pick a name out, and then that name, you'll have a certain amount of time to call the number that we have and that we'll put on your screen, and then that number, whoever calls, you'll get that free gas every Thursday. So we'll have to pull out a name when I have my full 8-day forecast in just a little bit. And then obviously, we'll tell you guys about the rain showers that we might get here as well. Back to you guys.
All right, you can't go wrong with free gas. After weeks of speculation, Wednesday morning, dozens of migrant families, including children from Central America, arrived in Yuma at the International Airport. It's the latest in the current influx of immigrants from Central America who say they're trying to escape a life of violence and vicious drug cartels in their country.
Migrants transported from Texas, and they're now in Imperial County.
They arrived just before noon Wednesday, and the Border Patrol faces the task of processing hundreds. News 11's Milrose Bosco has the latest from Imperial.
After much anticipation, 3 busloads of migrants arrived in Imperial Valley. Up to 140 will be arriving every 3 days to help relieve the services in Texas. They'll be held at the Border Patrol sector in Imperial until they have travel plans to go to their relatives.
They will not release someone unless they have a place to go or the means to get there.
Agents will screen them for medical and criminal issues.
Our local Border Patrol received some training from hospital staff on recognition and how to isolate.
Kelly says all this direction to transport the migrants to processing centers come from the federal government.
Hopefully the federal government gets the message out that this is not a pathway to citizenship or into services inside the United States.
In Imperial, Milrose Bosco, News 11.
California Representative Juan Vargas visited the El Centro Customs and Border Protection Station. He met with the undocumented families there and then released this statement. Unlike the acts that much of the American public saw yesterday in Murrieta, children and families being transferred to the El Centro Customs and Border Protection Station experienced a different reception. Federal officers were allowed to do their jobs in a peaceful and appropriate manner, and I applaud them for their professionalism and compassion.
And the man police took into custody for allegedly stabbing a man at a Circle K in Yuma made his second appearance in court today.
News 11's Nico Santos was in the courtroom yesterday afternoon. He has the latest in this Crime Tracker 11 report.
Count 1 alleges attempted second-degree murder.
Armando Lopez was back in court just days after officers arrested him. Investigators say he stabbed a man at the Circle K at Avenue A and 20th Street Sunday night. When officers arrived, they found the victim with some serious stab wounds. Medics say he had critical injuries and took him to Yuma Regional Medical Center. Wednesday in court, the judge reviewed the charges prosecutors filed against Lopez, along with attempted second-degree murder. The 28-year-old has 2 counts of aggravated assault using a deadly weapon. In this case, it was a knife. A judge assigned a defense attorney to Lopez's case after the defendant said he doesn't know if his family will help him pay for a lawyer.
The bond to this point has been set in a significant amount.
Prosecutors asked the judge not to modify Lopez's condition of release because Lopez had a warrant for his arrest at the time of the stabbing. The bond remains at $500,000, cash only.
Enforcement officials will be out in full force this 4th of July holiday weekend, making sure people get to their destinations.
News 11's Heather Yako shares some tips on how to stay fun and safe this 4th of July.
July weekend is a favorite holiday for many people. There are fireworks, parades, and many patriotic events. However, with that comes the safety of being on the roadways.
We all want to go out, have fun, enjoy time with our friends, family, and have a few drinks with our friends and family. But let's be safe. Find a designated driver.
The Yuma Police Department will also be out helping in an effort to get impaired drivers off the road.
DUI can be a life-changing thing that you can get it. The fines are in the thousands of dollars. You can end up doing jail time, probation. If you cause an accident, you could also change somebody else's life too that, is just out there trying to have a good time the right way.
The California Highway Patrol say in previous years there have been many deaths due to drinking and driving, but they're looking to help stop that this holiday weekend.
Independence Day weekend, we had 56 people were killed in collisions throughout California. Among those killed within state free jurisdiction, nearly 70% were not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the collision. Also during 2013, more than 1,500 arrests were made by CHP for driving under influence during the Independence Day weekend.
Here are some tips and ways of staying safe this holiday weekend.
We want everyone to have a really good time, but plan ahead of time, either designate a driver, plan to use taxi cabs, other types of transportation, call a family member, just do not drive drunk. That's our main concern this weekend.
Law enforcement agencies in Arizona will start this Friday at midnight and continue throughout Sunday.
The 4th of July is less than 24 hours away. While fireworks are fun to watch, they're also very illegal to bring across the border. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials remind travelers that fireworks are prohibited at any port of entry at Southern California. Passenger border crossings. CBP works with more than 40 other government agencies to enforce over 400 laws to stop unsafe and illicit goods, such as fireworks, from entering the country.
If you're looking to get a jump start on your 4th of July holiday plans, you can catch some fireworks tomorrow night. The celebration starts at 6 p.m. at Paradise Casino. That's at 450 Quashan Drive. There will be food, fireworks, and live music to kick off the weekend. Well, coming up next in Sunrise Sports, former Phoenix Suns guard Jason Kidd is taking his second coaching job in 2 seasons in the NBA. What his ambitions in Milwaukee are next.
All right, we're done with this round of Sunrise Sports. We're going to go ahead and send it back your way.
All right, so I'm here with Carlos Paredes from Penny's Diner and Gene Dalby. Stay tuned, and we'll have more after the break.
Tonight.
All right, well, welcome back. I'm with Carlos Paredes and Gene Dalby. We're here to talk about the prison-to-prison bike ride. All right, Gene, why don't you tell me what's going on the 5th?
Well, it's going to start, registration is going to be at 5 a.m. and the run starts at 5:30 a.m. It's going to be going from Territorial Prison to the San Luis Prison and back, and then they're going to end up for breakfast at the Penny's Diner.
Okay.
And also we're going to be giving out some free breakfast coupons at County 14 and Araby Way. For those of you guys that go over there, we'll be having some out there as a giveaway.
Awesome. And Gene, tell me, are you putting on this bike ride?
I'm really encouraging the Yuma to become bicycle friendly, and that's one of the things that I think is a way to do that, is to encourage people to come out and ride and have a monthly event of some kind. So this is one of them that we're just going to do. It's a long ride, but some people have been using it as a prep for the El Tour de Tucson, and so it's a good ride. And we're doing it in the morning because it's not hot. It's wonderful.
And how do people get involved?
Well, they can call me at 928-920-8482, or they can connect with Carlos at the Penny's Diner or the Oak Tree Inn, or even Barbara Rochester has some pretty good information on it, because much of what we do in the way of raising money through Carlos at the Penny's Diner will go to Crossroads Mission. So
okay,
it's a good event.
And Carlos, what's happening after the bike ride?
Well, after the bike ride, they're going to come over for breakfast, and then also we're going to be able to use the pool. So we'll have some towels at the counter at the Oak Tree Inn, and then they're welcome to stay as long as they want.
Okay, and all the proceeds will go to the Crossroads Mission.
Right. And after we're done with all the breakfast stuff and everything else, we'll tally it up and we'll give the donation back.
Oh, well, that's excellent. And on the 4th, there's a spaghetti dinner happening at Penny's Diner.
3 p.m. to 11 p.m. And that will also be part of the proceeds collected.
Okay, well, thanks for coming in. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Now back to Kelly at the desk.
All right, thanks, guys. Coming up in the second half,
we'll be looking to the Bureau of Labor Statistics this morning when the job reports for June is released. Economics expect positive news with an increase for more than 200,000 jobs, and some think it will be much higher. In May, some 217,000 jobs were added, but the unemployment rate held steady at a 6.3%. Analysts believe that rate may remain unchanged after today's announcement as well. The national unemployment rate is now 6.1%.
A court appearance today for the Georgia man charged in the death of his toddler who was left in a hot SUV. Justin Ross Harris is charged with murder and second-degree child cruelty for the death of his 22-month-old son last month. Today, Harris will face a probable cause hearing in which a judge will determine if there is enough evidence to keep him in jail. Harris had told police he forgot the child was strapped into his car seat when he went to work. Investigators have been combing through electronics taken from the Harris's home.
A baby girl reported missing in California has been found safe in Arizona.
A gas station clerk is being hailed a hero for her motherly instincts that helped end the Amber Alert. Chris Williams reports.
I was on the phone, and my boss sent me the picture on Google of the Amber Alert, of the grandma and the daughter, and I'm like, that's her.
Karen Akins had no idea of the California Amber Alert when 57-year-old Carolyn Ferguson was dropped off at the Shell station this afternoon with her 6-month-old granddaughter, Leilani Mosley. The woman's car had broken down. The tow truck driver told Karen the lady was acting strange, but strange became weird quickly after the woman asked for something to feed her baby, then filled the bottle with strawberry milk and something much stronger.
I was just very, something was wrong in my gut kind of mom feeling. I'm like, it's a 5-month-old baby. Cappuccino, not good. She couldn't tell me anything about the baby, and I just felt she was too old. She looked very old to have a 5-month-old child, and I called my boss on the phone to verify between mom to mom if it sounded fishy or not.
The boss filled Karen in on what Huntington Beach, California police had reported earlier in the day. Ferguson disappeared with her infant granddaughter. They feared she was mentally unstable and in need of medication.
Very cute. She's very calm, very good baby.
Karen's friend, Candy Erickson, took these pictures as the young woman made small talk with Ferguson, waiting for the sheriff to arrive. She treated the little girl like her 2-year-old son at home, changing Leilani's diaper, playing with her, even finding formula to feed the girl, eventually handing the little girl off to paramedics.
It's a mom thing. If it wasn't her baby, it would kill me if I let her walk out that door and know later on that it wasn't hers and I could have done something at that moment.
Well, Karen and investigators described Ferguson as acting disoriented, claiming to be the baby's mother until investigators arrived. She's in custody awaiting possible charges in California.
And a Qantas airline flight from Los Angeles to Australia had to turn back Wednesday after water began leaking inside the plane. Water was dripping from the ceiling of an aircraft as passengers tried to stay dry. An hour after taking off from the LAX, the jet returned for repairs. Good morning, everyone.
Thanks for joining us right here on Sunrise. Joey Norton is out on assignment. If you guys have been paying attention, he is calling names for free gas. So what we're going to do is we're going to send it right out to Joey, and he's going to take it from here.
Thank you so much, Kelly and Molly. Well, David Garcia didn't give us a call in that 11 minutes, so guess what? Somebody else is going to have a chance to win that free $100 in gas. sponsored by Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros. But let's get into our weather real fast and talk about what's going on, because we have a scenario that's setting up here in the Southwest that's going to move in for our 4th of July weekend that could bring us some rainfall. So the temperatures outside this morning, it's pretty warm. We have some humidity that's going to make it feel a little bit warmer outside than you actually want it. So we're in the 80s here into the Yuma area, 86 degrees in Yuma and Blythe, El Centro coming in at 81. And then for our local radar, not much happening quite yet, but you are seeing some type of green speckles here and there. So that's an indication that there is some type of moisture in and around the area. So we'll just keep watching that kind of filter into the southwest. And as that does so, and it gets closer, that's going to bring our chances of those afternoon thunderstorms to pop up here in the southwest. All right, so let's go ahead and pull another name for a free $100 gas. This is going to happen every Thursday here, and we're going to be out live. So if you guys want to sign up, all you have to do is go to one of the 3 locations for Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros. And one's out in Welton, one's off 32nd, and one is off of 4th Avenue where we're at right now. There's also another different way at kymade.com. You can answer there as well. So the next person, Louis Aguilera, you have a chance. You have 11 minutes to call. This number, 782-1868. So it's, again, 928-782-1868. You have a chance to win free $100 in gas. So go ahead and call that number on your screen. We'll have more Kelly and Molly in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Joey. One more time, Louis Aguilera. You have 11 minutes to give us a call. That number again is 928-782-1868. So call us within 11 minutes and claim your free gas card. The surge of unaccompanied minors overwhelming the southern border continues to spark angry debates as communities are asked to help absorb thousands of migrants.
And Daniel Lay is in Washington, D.C., where the Obama administration is facing pressure from both sides as it struggles to safeguard detained children while defending the border.
With